1, 2. You hear the clock ticking, tick tock. You about to stop living, tick tock. I want you to remember me, tick tock. But the day don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. Like Tropicana, I got the juice. All for the least, they let the dog loose. Don't make me call up the crew. Now they getting scared, wanna call up a truce. I'm the one like Neil, cocky like Teal. Nobody can guard me like I'm shooting a free throw. This is illegal, my flow is legal. And it's me, it will never be a sequel. See, I'm fly like a pelican. And while I'm here, yeah, I'm gonna represent. If you're sick, then I'll be your medicine. And you already know who I'm better than. No doubt, yep, I'm a veteran. And when done, you gon' think you got ran over by elephants. Since I came, ain't been the same like ever since. And that talking, yeah, it better end. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. This is my world, my way, my life. And if I gotta do it, I gotta do it right. So everything I want, go ahead and give me that. The girl with me, just know that you ain't getting it back. Yeah, she want a bad boy, and I'm all about my cash, boy. She be all up in the jag, boy. I know that make you mad, boy, but don't make me beat your ass, boy. So don't go there. Your career's like a treadmill. You're running, but you ain't going nowhere. Me, on the other hand, I can blow 100 stacks and bounce back rubber band. 30 carats here, 100 on the other hand. I do me, I don't worry about another man's. I'm way past them, got them playing catch up. And I'll be right there if you ever mess up. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. No, yeah, you don't want no problem, you don't want no drama. They don't want none, you know how it is. You know what we do, Jim on the track, Shaka on the music, yeah. 1, 2, you hear the clock ticking, tick tock. You about to stop living, tick tock. I want you to remember me, tick tock. But the dead don't have no memory. 1, 2, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
If you close your eyes, your life and make the truth reveal. Since you never lived, and scars never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes. By my eyes
Well, happy Saturday, everyone out there. What a night as we got another edition of the NBL Super Show. If this is your first time joining us, you're going to get two games at once. Going tonight, a special 7 o'clock start time. We have two fantastic matchups, an AFC East battle between the Jets and the Patriots. We got the Colts and the Raiders on the other side. You'll see them both on the screen at the same time, so plenty of action here on NBL Live. The NBL Live pregame show is brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3Cast.com. They do so much for our NBL network. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3Cast.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3Cast.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the Commish Bomber. Another NBL Super Show tonight. Two games going at once. The action is nonstop. Give people a taste, if it's their first time joining us, what they're going to see tonight and how exciting it truly is.
All right, well, you're in luck tonight because tonight is not just NBL Live broadcast number 245. It's an NBL Live Super Show, and that means you're going to get two games on the screen at one time. It's kind of going to be like that NFL red zone kind of feel. We'll be bouncing back and forth between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders, and the Colts are hot right now. They're 6-1. The Oakland Raiders not too shabby themselves at 3-4. Then on the other side, we have another AFC matchup. This is a divisional matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. On the season, the Jets are currently leading the AFC East 4-3, and this is a must-win for the Patriots to stay alive. They got new ownership in New England, and they're trying to come away with that W. They're 1-6, and I'm thinking the Patriots still could come back and win this division. So we got two exciting games tonight that have big-time playoff implications.
Well, let's take a look. Let's get right to it and take a look at our players to watch for today's games. Let's start out with the Patriots and the Jets, an AFC East battle, and Malcolm Brown on the defensive line, Bomber. He's going to be tasked with trying to get after the quarterback. He's doing a great job so far. 7 sacks already and a forced fumble. This is a guy they like to pin his ears back and send him after the quarterback. Patriots under new ownership. How important is it for the defense to get going early tonight?
Yeah, they got to get going. I mean, you're taking a look on the screen at Malcolm Brown and how great he's been for this defense so far this season, NBL season 34. He's been phenomenal. A defense that ranks 17th in points allowed, 31st against total yards, but they're 3rd against the pass, 25th against the rush. I need to see Malcolm Brown step up just a little bit more against the run. You got to stop the run game. There's no reason with a player of this caliber with 7 sacks. You know, he's a defensive tackle, 320 pounds, nose tackle from Texas. Shout out to the Longhorns. He was a former first-round pick, 25 years old. I just need to see more against the running attack. And here's a fun fact for you. 4 of his 7 sacks this season came from week 5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. So Malcolm Brown, even though he is our player to watch tonight, I need to see a big game from him tonight. I don't want him just to be a flash in the pan. You look at week 5 and say, well, that's the majority of where his sacks came from. Need to see more from him tonight here. NBL Live broadcast number 245.
On the flip side, for the New York Jets, let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, the star wide receiver for the Jets. Having a nice season so far. 21 receptions, 446 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bomber, we see so many wide receivers in the NBL. The receiving yards are up there, but they may only have 1 or 2 touchdowns. That is not the case with Robbie Anderson. This is the guy they're going to be looked to get points on the board for this Jets team looking for a big divisional win.
Yeah, the New York Jets, you look at their wide receiver core, and usually you say, back when Delvar was running the Jets, their wide receiver core was not that good. And this Madden, they're actually pretty good. You look at Robbie Anderson, he has some great stats, and we need to see him get a little bit more action today. He's speedy. He can get over the top. Right now, he's got 21 receptions for 446 yards, 5 touchdowns. But one thing I see on those 21 catches, OSU, is 5 drops. He leads their team in drops. I need to see him clean that up tonight. He's 6'3", a $190 with 94 speed. He can absolutely flat out go. I want to see Robbie Anderson get over top of the defense tonight. The 26-year-old's got to come up big. I need to see probably about a $125 and 2 touchdowns for him for the Jets to come away with this victory tonight.
Big shout out to Homer in the chat with the 9 months of subscribing. Appreciate it, my friend. Let's take a look at our other players to watch for the other game you're going to see here on the NBL Network. Between the Raiders and the Colts. And first on the side of the Oakland Raiders, Bomber, it ends with Derek Carr. He has to be great today against a Colts defense that may not look like an intimidating defense on paper ratings-wise, but they sure know how to create havoc. Carr, 86.4 passer rating so far, 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But you got to agree, Bomber, a key to this game is Derek Carr not turning the ball over and giving the Colts extra possessions.
And I'm covering the Colts on Building the Franchise, Indianapolis Colts. You want to check out the episodes. We've done 3 so far. Our 4th one's going to be tomorrow night. It's youtube.com/Madden Bomber League for all our exclusive content that's NBL focused and centric, not live games, but we do have a live game on our Building the Franchise series from this team. This Colts team's very fast. They swarm the quarterback. They send exotic blitzes, cornerback blitzes, slot cornerback blitzes, linebackers coming off the edge. They're going to give you a bunch of different looks. Derek Carr's got to keep his head on the swivel, and he needs to have his best game of the season right now for the Raiders to stand a chance.
For the Indianapolis Colts, how about Eric Ebron, the season he is having at tight end? Been that safety blanket for the Indianapolis Colts. 23 catches, only 374 yards, averaging 16.3 per catch, but 3 touchdowns. And Bomber, if you were to defensively approach this Colts team, which you know so well doing building the franchise, is the key containing Eric Ebron, or is there somebody else you're looking at locking down?
This Colts team has a lot of options. I mean, you got to really keep focus on T.Y. Hilton because he's just one big play away from burning you deep. This is a 6-1 team that has a very balanced attack. But yes, Eric Ebron has been eating this season. 23 catches, 374 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But don't get it twisted. T.Y. Hilton has 22 catches, 460 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And then the wide receiver number 2, who nobody's talking about, the 28-year-old Ryan Grant, he's got 28 catches, over 400 yards, only 1 touchdown, but he's been a favorable target. Look for Eric Ebron inside that red zone, even extended to about the 30-yard line. They like to get him on a seam down the field, hit him over the middle, and see if he can come up with a big-time play and get into the end zone. But yes, Eric Ebron has been balling out this season. Him and Luck seem to be developing that chemistry that you need between your safety blanket, vertical going tight end, and the quarterback himself. And I see that happening this season. This is a team averaging 27 points per game. So expect a big game between Eric Ebron and T.Y. Hilton tonight.
All right, well, let's get to our predictions so we can get this Super Show underway. Starting off with the Jets and the Patriots. A very interesting matchup. The Patriots and Jets still trying to fight for that division. The storyline maybe nobody's talking about, Bomber, is new ownership in New England. This isn't just a new owner. This is a veteran of the NBL in owner Gubb, a Super Bowl champion, the season 25 NBL Super Bowl champion, coming back to the NBL as the owner of the New England Patriots. Does he get his first win back in the NBL tonight over the New York Jets?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots tonight. I'm going to take them in a, not a blowout per se, but it will be a blowout at the end. I'm going to say 28-10, but I think it will be close until a second half, collapse for the New York Jets. I think we're going to see Sam Donald, at quarterback kind of throw the game away.
If Aaron Donald's playing quarterback, we have some questions about
Hey, he might be a nice, his block, his shedding of tackles might be pretty high. Maybe that's about it, though. Sam Darnold, the starting quarterback from USC, I think he's going to start off and keep it close, and he's going to collapse towards the second half. I expect maybe 2 to 3 picks, maybe a pick 6 or 2, and I think that just really opens the game up for the New England Patriots. And I think the New England Patriots are going to win this division. That's my hot take of the night. I know they're 1-6 right now. The Jets are 4-3, but I somehow believe the New England Patriots take this division this season, NBL season 34.
How about the other game, Colts and Raiders? You're building the franchise team. You're featuring the Indianapolis Colts going up against a maybe a little underrated Oakland Raiders team. Who do you like in that ballgame?
I absolutely love the Indianapolis Colts. I know they're on the road right now. I know the Raiders have beat, some teams this season. They've come out and really competed this year when a lot of people didn't really know what to expect. New ownership in Oakland. You didn't know what you were going to get, but they got some pretty formidable wins this season, especially one against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 6, and then Week 5 they defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I don't think it happens today. The Colts are just too hot. They're playing on another level right now. I think this game actually will be a blowout. I'm expecting 38 to about 7, 38-10 is what I'm thinking for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going Colts all the way, building the franchise Colts. I got to go with them, OSU.
All right, well, let's get it to the game. NBL Live Super Show getting underway, broadcast 245 here on the NBL Network. Let's get rolling. Coming up next, it's 2 AFC matchups with huge playoff implications as we're at the halfway point in the season. It is the Patriots and the Jets on one side. It is the Colts and the Raiders on the other. You'll see both of them right here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition. And you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches it, makes a man miss. boy Woodard is
touchdown.
dropping back. He's got open over the middle. Is
Wow.
Butler.
That big playmaker
Look
ability
at
as
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. Two very different games. The rain is falling in New England, where it's a bright and sunny day in Oakland. You're seeing both games because it's an NBL Live Super Show here on Broadcast 245. Appreciate each and every one of you spending a little time of your Saturday with us. I'm OSU. I'm hanging with my man, the commish Bomber. Bomber, 2 games, maybe a little under the radar on the schedule, but all 4 of these teams have not played themselves out of playoff contention, and it's games like these you have to win if you're going to get in and play for the chip.
Absolutely. You're looking at a team on the left screen. Who do we got on the left screen? Let me check. We got the Raiders on the left screen.
Raiders, yeah.
Okay, so you got Colts Raiders on the left screen. Clear day, as you said, a rainy day in New England, which I think kind of favors the New York Jets. But this is a big time game. People are saying, okay, the Jets are 4-3. How is this a big game when the Patriots are 1-6? New ownership in New England. They're going to come out fast and furious. I know they started with the L on their first week. Last week, week 8. This is week 9. I think the Patriots go on a run. This is a must-win for the New York Jets, and this is the game I'm most locked into there on the right side.
And Andrew Luck completes his first pass to 4 yards. Who else but Eric Ebron getting involved early as we see the New York Jets starting with the ball on the offense in what might quite possibly be, Bomber, and you can agree or disagree with this statement, what might possibly be the ugliest uniforms I've ever seen.
They aren't pretty, but it's about getting the job done. You come out with some ugly uniforms to start an NBL Live Super Show. I question it, but at the same time, if you come away with the dub, that's all that matters.
Andrew Luck taking off using his legs for the Indianapolis Colts. Something you don't see too much from Andrew Luck, but he managed to pull away and pick up a big first down on 2nd and 10. Dropping back and looking over to the left side of Sam Darnold. He'll complete it down inside the 30 to 32-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the play. Big third down for the New York Jets early in that game. If you're the New England Patriots, Bomber, new ownership, is there any sort of getting back into the rhythm here in the NBL, or is it just like riding a bike?
It's got to be riding a bike for him at this point. What he's accomplished, I think he has an 81% winning percentage coming back into the NBL, worked his way back up through the grid. Excited to see him back, and I think this 3rd and 6, this is what he prides himself on, being a third down defensive team.
Sack.
Let's even come away with this.
And
yeah,
did.
there he
got
goes.
A big sack. Also, fun fact of that 83% winning percentage, about 45% of that is over me. So that is a cool little fact that you can tell your friends at home as the New York Jets may be forced to punt away. The Indianapolis Colts, though, driving there on the other side of midfield to the 45-yard line. Again, folks, you'll see both these games. We'll give you an opportunity to see both close up. Also, both in this dual screen format, so don't you worry, there's plenty of NBL action as Andrew Luck leading a nice drive early on the road in Oakland. He's going to hand the ball off on 1st and 10, and he's going to get stuffed. Derrick Henry, who had such a nice game on NBL Live just a couple short weeks ago, he gets stuffed by who else? Khalil Mack, Bomber, still one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah, Khalil Mack has been great, but the real story is the return of Derrick Henry tonight. He could have came back early last week from an injury. They signed him on a big-time contract after he was just abruptly cut from the Tennessee Titans roster. He comes on this Indianapolis Colts team, and he's rocking number 34, former Trent Richardson number, but he doesn't care. He's going to make it to a superstar number this year, and he's back
Deep
and ready to
pass.
get it big. T.Y., baby.
Nice throw. Let's go full screen, actually, to that game. Bomber, something we haven't talked about the New England Patriots, though, before we go full screen. Gov's got to come back to a lefty quarterback.
Oh, yeah, they drafted a lefty quarterback. That was their number 1 pick. They got rid of Gronk, Tom Brady, Jason McCourty. We talked about it on the Commissioner Corner podcast. You just saw that on youtube.com/Matt and Bomber League. Catch up on all the NBL stuff. And, yeah, that's the quarterback he's going to have to get used to playing with.
We're going to full screen now to the Raiders and the Colts as they are just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. Andrew Luck dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. Waiting, nobody open. He's going to try to escape pressure, sends the tight end up, and he's going to trip and fall on his head. Khalil Mack with the sack, and Bomber, after we saw Andrew Luck pick up some nice yards with his legs, he probably isn't going to pick up any grace points on that one.
That definitely could have if they would have said he broke, as you see him flipping right there, if you would have said he broke his neck on that, I would have 100% believed it.
Second
That
and
was
12.
just a crazy flip.
I don't think they want to see Andrew Luck taking hits like that. Settle down. Don't pile drive yourself. Just get out of bounds, Andrew. Second and 12 now for the Indianapolis Colts. Shotgun formation for Andrew Luck. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side, 1 tight end, Ebron on the right side of that formation. On second down, it is Luck dropping back. He's going to look right up the seam to who else but Eric Ebron, Bomber. You're very familiar with this guy. Played with him in the last Madden as he was a Detroit Lion. Now in Indianapolis, this is a guy who is physical. He has much better hands in the game than in real life, and he can run those seam routes very effectively.
Yeah, it runs. I talked about this before we got into the show in the pregame. I said, if he can get Eric Ebron going on those seam routes between the red zone and extend it even to the 30, 35-yard line, that's how they really move the ball when they get close and they get really tight in quarters, because you don't have big targets with Ryan Grant and T.Y. Hilton. Adam Humphries as well. This is Eric Ebron's show here inside the red zone.
Play action pass for Andrew Luck. Blitz picked up nicely, but Luck is going to get hit as he throws. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Lucky that's not a fumble, but Hurst going down on that play. As I'm watching the other game, and a big hit on Thomas by this Jets defense. Thomas 0 for 2 to start that game. Bomber, have you ever had the chance to play with a lefty quarterback?
I actually drafted one last year. You remember the one at the very, very end? The one that ended up not ever playing a snap for some weird reason, because and I played with them in preseason, and I mean, I would have got used to it, I think, but yeah, it just changes everything. Even the trajectory of your throws, the way, all your angles are different, because it's, you're lock and loading it from that left shoulder on, so you got to really take that into account.
Luck looking back in the end zone. That's a bad pass.
Oh, that's a bad read.
Covered. I think that was Carl Joseph with the pick. Oh man, Bomber. That one, there sometimes you look at the corner routes that get taken away in this game, you go, oh man, that throw you could have made in Madden 18. That wasn't one of them. Carl Joseph was underneath that route the entire time. Easy pick. Going the other way to keep the Colts from putting any points on the board.
Yeah, you like to see Andrew Luck. He does a lot of high passing. Right there, that was just not the opportunity to try to do that, because you have a man pretty much stagnating in the back of the end zone. And Carl Joseph, you know about Carl Joseph. Oh, yeah. Phenomenal player, and he can make those kind of plays.
One of the best safeties in the NBL as we go back to dual screen action. The New York Jets defense got a big stop as Mo Hurst will not return to that game, pulled groin. Big stop for the Jets defense, forcing a punt, and now the Jets have the ball back. Play action pass, Darnold rolling out to the right side. He's going to dump this over to the right side, but it's going to be an incomplete pass. And Bomber, that was one of the instances where he had a guy underneath and a guy over the top. The flat guy was much more open than the crossing route. He tried to go for it all and ends up getting nothing.
Yeah, you just got to take what's given to you. Pick up a couple yards, pick up 3 yards, pick up 4 yards.
That's a safety. 2 points.
Down goes Derek Carr. That's a safety to start this game. So once you get a big play from your defense, and you just end up giving it right back to him. Nice play there for the Indianapolis Colts defense.
Darnold's going to get clobbered. Yeah, that was just a nice play by Rivers. He was locked up, made a big bull rush move, was able to get to Sam Darnold, force him into a 3rd and 20, and Bomber against this Patriots defense. The last thing you want to do is be in these 3rd and longs, especially for a young quarterback like Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and the situation is nobody was open there. That was just great coverage. That was really just a coverage sack, and it was man coverage. And you're going to see that a lot with Gubb. He likes to mix in man coverages at select times.
Deep throw over the middle. Oh, almost picked off. The Jets going to be forced to punt in this one. As let's go full screen to the Colts and the Raiders just for a moment while they are punting the ball away. Grant going emotional, little PAFK, quick action. He's got a man. The wheel route is open. He's got a first down and more past the 50-yard line. So, Bomber, considering they got the safety after the interception, does that dull the pain of a red zone pick, or is it still just like, man, we got to get 7 there no matter the fact that we still got 2 points going the other way?
It kind of changes the outlook of the game a little bit, but at the same time, Andrew Luck, veteran quarterback, he's having a great season. They're 6-1. He's got to clean those up. I understand he's playing the Oakland Raiders right now, and they feel maybe we're better than this team, but he still has to clean up. Nice pickup of the block there. Did you see that lineman step over? I mean, just a phenomenal job. And then a horrible pass off playmaker, and he holds onto the ball. Wow. That entire play, oh, man, the Raiders got to think they missed an opportunity. That should have been a sack. Great awareness by the offensive line. Then he rolls out, puts a guy on a playmaker, just throws it to Doyle, who's their tight end too here. Tremendous tight end, but that was a bad throw. He hangs on to the pass, and they move the chains, and now they're almost inside the red zone.
A little angle route underneath completed for Thomas. I just saw a Bomber so far. We got 2:05 to go in this Jets and Patriots game as we got dual screen action here on the NBL Super Show. The New York Jets have a total of negative 14 yards so far in this game.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. And I told you this was the game out of both of these games that I felt maybe was going to get out of hand. I didn't think it would happen too early, but right now the Jets' just offense just is not coming through. We need a big play from Robbie Anderson.
Oh, what a play there. One-on-one, they send the man blitz, leave their corners on an island, and Webster's able to make a play and force the New England Patriots to settle for a field goal attempt. This one from the 35-yard line, a 52-yard attempt from the left hash mark. As Andrew Luck's looking for anybody open, ball is down. The kick is up, does have enough leg. It'll sneak in the left upright, 3-0. New England on top. Let's go full screen to the Colts and the Raiders, 2-0 in that game. No, you're not seeing that wrong. This is not a baseball game. 39 seconds in counting, and the Indianapolis Colts bomber having some struggles in the red zone. Is this a common theme for the Colts all season?
You know, it hasn't really been. They've done a great job mixing it up between the pass and the run. And I thought when Derrick Henry came back, even those little woes they had over the last couple of weeks would kind of go away. Right now, we haven't seen much Derrick Henry, so maybe we get a little bit of a high carrier load from Derrick Henry in the red zone on this drive.
2nd and 9 on the for the Indianapolis Colts. They do hand it off to Henry.
There it goes.
A big hole up the middle, gets him to the 3-yard line. Going to cut it to a 3rd and 2. And what a job by the offensive line there, Bomber. They've struggled so far today to stop this Oakland defensive line, but they won the battle up front. Were able to give Henry a huge hole to run through.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Derrick Henry. He's making $9.33 million. He signed a 5-year, $66 million deal this offseason. He's running at 5.6 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns on 45 attempts. Been hurt a lot, but he's trying to get into the end zone now. As you see, he gets just kind of caught up on his own lineman there.
Yeah, and I don't like Derrick Henry run. I mean, I get we saw some success with it, but Derrick Henry's a power runner. You get him outside the tackles, he's just not as effective. As we'll go back to dual screen action on 2nd and 11. Sam Darnold trying to find somebody. He does, completes a pass underneath to the 30-yard line. 2 for 8 yards to start the game. It has been slow rolling for this Jets offense. Bomber, are the Jets one of those teams? What are they, sitting there at 4-3? Is this one of those teams that maybe is a pretender, or can this team win this division and make some noise in the playoffs?
Oh, the Jets are not ready yet. It just seem to be a year or two off right now as far as talent goes. If they make the playoffs, it's probably more of a product of a weak division than anything else. As Darnold running for his life, he's going to pick up the 35. And that's what Gubb prides himself on. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6. He can get you off the field right there. As you saw, it was pretty much a coverage, nothing downfield. Great coverage by the New England Patriots. He runs for the first down and picks it up. Right now, the Patriots up 3-0. But yeah, I don't think this team is a real threat for any kind of contention. But except for winning that division, which I do think, I'm going with the 1-6 Patriots. So that lets you know how I feel about these New York Jets.
Handoff on 1st and 10. That is Isaiah Crowell, and he has not had anything going so far. 3 carries, -1 yards. As the Colts up 5-0 over the Oakland Raiders. That is a beautiful football score. The Raiders getting the ball back after a safety on their last drive. It's Derek Carr under center on 1st down. It's a play-action pass. He is looking to throw. He looks over to the left side. Dangerous throw into coverage, but he completes it for 19 yards using that arm strength and somehow fitting that in between 2 defenders. What a throw there from Derek Carr.
Yeah, was that complete to Amari Cooper? Was that who he hit? I thought I saw number 89 there. Either way, Amari Cooper,
no, it's Kenny Galladay.
Former Detroit
Lion, yeah.
Amari Cooper, though, just re-signed a long-term extension with the Oakland Raiders, so he's going to be here for life this Madden cycle. I expect a big game from him if they come away with this victory. He's going to have to go $125, $150.
3rd and 10, looking over the middle of the field. Has a man. Oh, he possession caught it. Oh,
that was just bad usering, too.
Gubb
steps up and just kind of whiffs the ball. Maybe went for the interception, press Y rather than the swat for good cause, and he just kind of mistimed it and just completely lost his angle. That could have been an easy touchdown there for the New York Jets.
And for a team that's struggling to put points on the board, they're going to be kicking themselves for that poor use of the A button as they have a 1st and 10 inside the 35-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off on 1st down and get a little bit going there. Crowell's going to pick up 3. Play-action pass for Derek Carr in the other game. He's going to look to the flat, completes it down to the 45-yard line, picking up a couple, going to set up a 3rd down and 3. And Bomber, we talked about maybe one of those hidden stats. We talk about a lot here on NBL Live. 3rd and manageable. You don't see it on the stat sheet of how many 3rd downs are 3rd and manageable. You just see 3rd down completion percentage and 3rd down conversion. There's a little spin move and a touchdown for the Jets. What a play there as a little spin cycle. Get into the end zone, big fella. What a play there as New York's able to go up in that ball game. The extra point is up. It is good. 7-3 New York on top. But how important is a team success linked to keeping those third downs manageable as opposed to facing a bunch of third and longs?
And also being able to know the success rate of a 3rd and 5 or shorter really tells you the strength of a team. And defensively, those are kind of the statistics we need in Madden. If I could see that, I could go, okay, if I can maybe blitzing him on 2nd and 8 is what I want to do because I get him in a 3rd and long. He's horrible and he's atrocious in 3rd and long, right? Those are the things we don't really have. But yes, that's the key to success. Those 3rd and shorts is a nice run up the middle here for the Oakland Raiders. I also have a question back to you. Are you thinking Sam Darnold's throw power or his throwing motion, that ball just seems really slow, even on the bullet passes? Something just seems a little off, and he had the win at his back on that one.
Nice throw there as Anderson going down for the New York Jets. Let's go full screen to Colts and Raiders once again as they are inside the red zone to the 16-yard lines. Derek Carr under center, bunch formation through to the right side, one over to the left side. That is Jordy Nelson alone on the left side of that formation. Washington in at halfback. 3:25 and counting as Carr drops back. Blitz up the middle, picked up nicely. It'll complete it underneath to who else but Kenny Golladay. And look at Golladay be a man and get into the end zone. Oh my, Kenny Golladay making it a Golladay holiday as he finds the end zone and puts the Raiders up.
And you're probably wondering, if you're just tuning in now to MaddenBomberLeague.com, how the heck is Kenny Golladay on the Oakland Raiders? He was traded for Martavis Bryant, and I think a 5th-round pick came with Kenny Golladay as well. And he's making some big-time plays right there. Just a bigger receiver making a play on a smaller cornerback, catching the ball and just putting him to the ground, getting into the end zone for 7.
What a play there. Let's go back dual screen. Gotta love when you flip to the full screen action. It's a touchdown on the next play. Timed it just right as a handoff to James White for the New England Patriots. Now, Bomber, let me ask you about this New England Patriots team. We talked about Gubb, former Super Bowl owner, one of the best owners, left the NBL for a short while, came back. Glad to see him back in the NBL. But in Madden 18, we saw him put up some ridiculous yards with Melvin Gordon and they're the LA Chargers in Madden 18. This New England Patriots team is not built as a ground and pound offense. Do you foresee any growing pains, or is Gubb just good enough to adapt to the type of offense he's going to run in New England?
He's got to figure it out. We're going to see how he drafts. I'm not going to judge him just yet on how he's going to build this team until I see a draft. That's one thing that Gubb does so well, is a nice pass right there. Chuck Thomas, the rookie, the lefty rookie, trying to figure it out right now. I want to see how he drafts. That's going to tell me the direction of his team. He likes to draft linebackers, and I could imagine him drafting a halfback as well in this next NBL Season 35 rookie draft.
Oh, the drop, and Khalil Mack gets another sack. Boy, how do you contain a guy like Khalil Mack?
The Raiders are looking good right now.
Aren't they?
4-3. I thought maybe they feel like a 2-5 team, but I said the wins they had: Pittsburgh Steelers, Jacksonville Jaguars, some convincing wins for Oakland. Now I'm seeing them compete against the Colts, who are 6-1 right now, and I'm thinking, okay, watch Eric Ebron on this play. Ebron and Adam Humphries is where he's looking.
And it's well covered. He's going to have to take the underneath and complete it to T.Y. Hilton, who's only going to pick up 5 on the play. Oh, a little spin move from James White, and he's got some room to the 25-yard line. Boy, just as I said, you don't know if they're going to be able to, Gubb's going to be able to work with his non-ground and pound offense. He goes, yeah, but we got a speedy little back in James White, who shows off the spin cycle and picks up a first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, he just runs a little trap play up the middle. It kind of gets blown up a little bit, so he kind of swerves it off guard a little bit. Nice spin move up the middle, makes a nice play, as that should have been picked.
Yeah, it should have been picked.
But I don't know if they even wanted to pick it. Maybe they're going to get a big punt return here. They say, swat it down. We'll get a better punt coming up here. Short.
Nice throw underneath. Let's go full screen to the Jets and the Patriots. 7-3, but the Patriots driving 3:38 and counting in this ball game. As this is the first real sustained drive we've seen from the young rookie, the lefty southpaw Chuck Thomas. Gotta love a quarterback whose name is Chuck, especially when he starts throwing interceptions. 2nd and 4. He's got 2 tight ends on the left side of that formation, 2 wide receivers, and on 2nd down, it's going to be handoff to Rex Burkhead, who's got a first down near the 10-yard line. We'll call him down to the 11, and Bomber, it's a little bit of thunder and lightning. James White, they love throwing him the ball to the backfield, love his shiftiness, and then Rex Burkhead comes in and lowers the shoulder and picks up the tough yardage.
Yeah, the wheels on the bus go ground and pound for Gubb's offense, but right now he's taking over an offense that's 28th in passing yards and 30th in rushing yards. They're only averaging 13 points per game. Can he turn the ship around quick enough to win this division? I think so. And there's really only 9 games left, including this one. So let's see if he can figure it out in a short amount of time, as the New York Jets are trying to hold him to 3 here.
They it looks like a pick in the other game. As let's go dual screen for just a second. That one, let's see the replay.
Yeah, nice
Derek
user
Carr
pick.
looking over the
Yeah.
middle, and it's just lurked. And they've had a couple of those from the linebackers as we go back full screen to the Patriots. They have a 2nd and 8. 2 wide receivers. James White in the backfield is going to be a handoff to James White. And Bomber, if there was any indication that Gubb was going to get away from the ground and pound once he got to the New England Patriots, this drive, this shows that he is an old dog who may be able to learn some new tricks, but he's using the old faithful. He's handing it off inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to trust what you know, and right now that's what Gubb's going to do. But here, empty backfield, so this is definitely going to be a pass, maybe a screen. Watch for a slant to Corey Davis on the left side. Oh, that was almost picked. Hey, I called the screen, though. I called the screen. When you see 5 wide with Gubb, nobody in the backfield, you know he's not trusting Chuck Thomas, the rookie, just yet. Tries to make a play down the field. On the season, Chuck Thomas, 7 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 69 QBRs. Got to be better than that. Late first-round pick in the NBL Season 34 rookie draft out of Michigan State. Oh, you know a little bit about Michigan State, right?
I've been there once or twice.
Once or twice, maybe.
It was the best 8 years of my life. As Andrew Luck picking up a nice little chunk.
And what did you walk away with, an associate?
I walked away with a high five and a whole lot of debt. 2nd down and 4. That's over the middle. That's popped up. That's going to be picked off and going the other way. The Oakland Raiders with another turnover. This one picked off by Robinson. 2:06 to go in the Jets and Patriots game. Only 57 seconds, but Bomber, this Colts team, they are struggling. Is this the Oakland Raiders maybe playing up, or is it the Indianapolis Colts just making too many mental errors?
Andrew Luck is forcing the ball. He's doing it too much today. He's trying to get it all in one play. He seems like he has an issue being down right now. Oh, nice little pass there by the New York Jets. Sam Darnold making a great. Did you see that little throw? The release, the animation,
it's like a sidearm.
Yeah,
but it's
a nice
slow
little
sidearm. Like you watch Johnny Manziel, he sort of whips it out of that sidearm slot. Darnold almost just takes his time, like Phillip Rivers if he took a Xanax.
I didn't like it until that throw right there. I thought it was a little saucy right there. I like the throw right there, but previously no, I didn't like it at all. So. Let's see what we can do. But the Oakland Raiders, man, just don't turn the ball over here. Derek Carr, he threw an interception last time he got lurked. They need to come away with points here with 40 seconds left in the second.
The New York Jets are driving. They tried a little trap concept there. And, a little halfback wham. Well read by, as the Colts, they've got a big gainer inside the 10, inside the 5, fighting forward to the 1-yard line.
Another pick.
From Derek Carr. It was just a flat. How do you throw a pick there, Bomber? You gotta be better than that.
I said you gotta come away with points, but you just can't throw a pick. That's most importantly. There's 40 seconds left in the half, and they pretty much just throwing this game away.
And Darnold fumbles the ball. It's picked up wisely by the offensive lineman, but a very promising play there from Oakland. A big momentum swing. Now you give the ball to the Colts on the 1-yard line. We're gonna go full screen to see if the Colts can punch this one in. 28 seconds left.
You put $10 million into Derrick Henry. This is Derrick Henry's time. He's got to get in for you.
First down and goal for Andrew Luck. I formation. Henry's at the top of the I. It's a little fullback fake, and Derrick Henry breaks a tackle, showing off the moves, but Bomber again.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why'd you bring him in? Play call with Derrick Henry.
Why did you bring him in if that's how you're going to run him on the goal line? We've seen a toss and now a fake fullback dive toss. Let's not get cute. We have a power runner. It's Derrick Henry. He's a big-time player. We're paying him $9.5 million. We signed him to a $66 million contract. Run him up the middle. Let him get going downhill and just basically pound it into the defense. We're not seeing it right now.
Luck dropping back on 2nd and goal, trying to find somebody over the middle. Incomplete pass, as you saw there. Field goal up and good for the New York Jets. They go up 10-6, minute 17 to go in the first half as we go back. Colts and Raiders, big 3rd and goal. Bomber. You got to think. Hand the ball to your horse and let him run up the middle.
You got to. You got to do it right there. Trying to get cute going to Eric Ebron. I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, right now I'm kind of torn on what I'm seeing from the the Indianapolis Colts because I expect more from them.
Big shout out to Anthony81804, now following here on Twitch. 3rd and goal for the Colts. Hilton split out to the left side. Looks like they're running a couple fades out there. 2 tight ends. And they're going to call timeout. That was a weird little formation. I don't know what was going on there. As the Colts looking to punch this in and get a touchdown on the board. Only a field goal and safety for the Indianapolis Colts. And so far, it's been a struggle for the Colts, Bomber. As you said, Andrew Luck, sort of the big culprit. A lot of forcing it downfield.
Absolutely. But you've been inside of the 5, or you've needed those short yardages a couple times throughout the game. You brought in Derrick Henry. Now he's not even on the field, and you're 3rd and goal from the 4.
Well, they're going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry on 3rd and goal from the 4, and he's going to lose 2 yards. So some mismanagement of assets there, Bomber, and they're going to have to settle for another field goal.
Yeah, just once again, just an inability to be efficient inside the 10-yard line with a team that's been pretty good. I've been covering them this entire season, NBL season 34. If you want to watch Building the Franchise Indianapolis Colts, I follow a new team every season. This one, we're taking on the Colts. They're 6-1 right now. Follow their journey. 3 episodes in. The 4th episode is going to be tomorrow night, Sunday. Every Sunday on the NBL Network, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. But these are issues that are just starting to come up towards midseason. That's why I always love the NBL. At the beginning of the year, you see something, and then towards the middle, you see something else. And then at the end, they have to adapt and overcome and see if they can get better in the areas in which they've kind of, you just start seeing these little holes where you go, well, that's not a good sign here. And the Colts right now, inside the 10, they've really struggled to put the ball in the end zone.
The Patriots driving at the end of the first half, looking deep down the middle, a little high pass there. I don't know if he needed to high pass that one, but it's incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 as the Colts and the Raiders, they're into the second half, 8-7. Indianapolis holding on to a 1-point lead, but Oakland starting with the ball to start the second half. Derek Carr, 2 very costly interceptions in that second quarter. They could have had some points instead. They just have a bunch of regrets. It's going to be a handoff to Washington on 1st down. Not a whole lot there. Thomas dropping back to pass for the Patriots on 2nd and 10. Looking deep down the middle of the field, and the safety closed just in time. And Davis, he's going to be hurt on the play.
The $20 million wide receiver is down. New England Patriots, hold your breath. You lost Tom Brady. You released Rob Gronkowski. You released Jason McCourty. Brought in one guy, Corey Davis. What's going on?
Derek Carr dropping back on 2nd and 8, stepping up in the pocket, looking over the middle, and that's just too easy. Once again, another user lurk right in the middle of the field. And Bomber, I have played old AA, and that was the biggest takeaway. He loves sitting in those middle linebackers and waiting for you to throw it right over his head. You've got to change the angles and not let the linebackers able to just jump up and pick off those passes. It doesn't matter how deep the route is. You either got to high pass or change your angle.
You got to move. Or you let him pass. I mean, you got a guy running across the field. Let him get past that linebacker. While you're throwing it at the point in which he's sitting right over top of that linebacker, he's right on the line of the ball. I don't understand.
Deep throw over to the left side, and oh boy, another dangerous throw, Bomber. It does feel like this Oakland Raiders defense has been the best unit on the field, but the Indianapolis Colts defense is matching them step for step. It's why it's only an 8-7 game.
Yeah, the Raiders defense has completely outplayed these Colts. If the offense would have given them anything, it could easily be 17-3 right now, or 17-5. After the safety. I mean, just looking at this Oakland Raiders defense, you think, man, this is a high-performing defense right now. The offense just isn't giving them much.
Luck dropping back on 2nd down and 10. Looks over the middle of the field, completes it down inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. That's T.Y. Hilton with the catch. As the other game, the Jets and the Patriots. Patriots out of timeouts. The Jets presumably just going to run the ball here with 2 seconds to go. So let's go full screen to the Colts and the Raiders as they're down inside the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. The Colts have struggled to get the ball in the end zone. And Bomber, it looks like as they come out on 1st down, they're going to be throwing it and not handing the ball off. Derrick Henry's not even on the field on 1st down.
Yeah, you got Wayne Gallman Jr. in as a high pass.
There's no need to high pass. Wasn't he open?
Yeah, wide open.
Just a straight seam.
It's just robotic play there for Andrew Luck. He just thinks I got to high pass it because it's inside the. It's completely between the ears at this point. I want to point out, if you see your badge on the screen and you're a subscriber and you see bronze, silver, or gold, if you're bronze, that means you've been subscribed for less than 3 months. If you're silver, you're between 3 months and 6 months, and anything over that, you see the gold MBL badge. Appreciate your subscriptions as you've been subscribed 6 months or more. We'll have a 1 year shortly as well. Touchdown there for the Indianapolis Colts.
Throw there over the middle from Andrew Luck. So they don't use Derrick Henry, but they find Humphreys in the end zone. Big throw there as the Indianapolis Colts extend their lead. 14-7, could be 15-7. Pending this extra point, ball is down, kick is up. It is good. It's still a 1-score game, but it's an 8-point lead for the Indianapolis Colts. Bomber, they finally found the end zone. Once again, though, not using Derrick Henry.
It's to the point where Oakland's had enough chances and they've done nothing with it. And eventually this high-octane Indianapolis Colts offense, Eric Ebron, T.Y. Hilton, Andrew Luck, I'm not even going to mention Derrick Henry. He hasn't done much today, but even Ryan Grant, they've just been good enough.
See that
The
little
New
spin
England
move?
Patriots
Just
spinning and winning.
Move.
Not a great debut here on NBL Live for Chuck Thomas. This is our first time seeing him. NBL Live broadcast number 245. We're 5 away from 250. We got to do something big for 250.
I
Nice
refuse
spin
to
move
eat
right there.
anything spicy. No, I'm out.
Every time I say something big, now you're thinking it's some kind of punishment for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat something spicy or run. I don't want to. Nice run there from Washington. DeAndre Washington finding a little hole on the left side. 3rd and inches for the New England Patriots. I formation. Rex Burkhead into the game at halfback at the top of the I2 wide receivers for Chuck Thomas under center, changing up the play. He's gonna drop back to pass on 3rd down. Waiting, looking, nobody's open, but he's got plenty of room on that right side. He'll pick up 3 yards. And Bomber, I don't know if you saw that there, but Chuck Thomas, he is no Cam Newton. Not a whole lot of speed in those legs.
Yeah, I looked at Chuck Thomas when he was selected late in the first round, and I thought to myself, well, what does this guy do well? Not to mention he's a lefty. His throw power is only 90. His speed is 76. Accuracies are good, though. 87 short, 89 mid, and 82 deep. But 90 throw power, no speed. He is 21 years old, and he's from Michigan State, so I know you got to have some kind of bias in that way. But not much here from this quarterback. I can see exactly why he fell to the end of the first round.
Handoff on 2nd and 12 for the Raiders, and nothing doing there. The Colts swarming to the ball to bring down DeAndre Washington. So we got dual screen action going on. 2nd and 20 for the New England Patriots after the sack on 1st down by the New York Jets. It's going to be Chuck Thomas in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. 2 over to the right side, 1 over to the left side. He's got 2 in the backfield with him. White to his left, Burkhead to his right. As Thomas drops back, blitz coming. It's a throw over the middle, 1-on-1, and Bomber. I have been so impressed. I don't know if it's because the New England Patriots don't have maybe as much wide receiver talent as in past years, but I've been so impressed with this New York Jets secondary. They are leaving them on islands and bringing a lot of man cover 0 blitzes, and the Jets corners are hanging with these wide receivers and not letting them make anything easy.
Yeah, you notice towards the middle of the season, you always see this team start to figure out their strengths with the personnel they have, and then the weaknesses of others start to get exposed. And right now, one of the Jets' strengths is playing man coverage and sitting in the heat.
Deep pass over the middle. If the safety had any sort of recognition there, should have been a pick. I don't think that was the safety. I think that was the linebacker dropping all the way back. But man,
Let's talk tight end. Let's talk the tight end position of the yeah. If the safety had any awareness, recognition of what's going on, that's a pick. But here's the issue. He's thrown to Dwayne Allen. He was their tight end 3 last year. They traded Will Tye. He moved to tight end 2. They traded Will Tye for a 3rd-round pick. Then they released Gronkowski. So not only do you bring in a new quarterback that obviously isn't a top talent quarterback, he was selected in the late 1st round. That's Chuck Thomas, starting quarterback for the New England Patriots, drafted in NBL season 34. The tight end position is very important to the quarterback. That safety blanket, they depleted the tight end position, releasing Rob Gronkowski and then trading Will Tye. I don't like those decisions.
It's just a questionable move. As a nice run there from Derrick Henry. Only 5 carries in this game, Bomber. Only 5 carries for Derrick Henry, the man they are just extended, paying a ton of money to, and I don't know, maybe he slept with the coach's wife or something in the off week. I don't know what happened.
Right now, it's questionable at best. Sam Darnold on the season so far in this game, 6 for 10. Chuck Thomas is not that good. He's 8 for 16. So we're seeing some really low completion percentage from these 2 AFC East teams battling it out right here. NBL Live broadcast 245. Nice move by Andrew Luck.
Oh, just steps out of the pocket, and then he's going to throw it over the right side. And man, oh man, what a gun. Andrew Luck, he's got some throw power. What a throw to the left side, finding Grant and picking up the 1st down, Bomber. He escaped the pressure. He set his feet and delivered an accurate throw in some pretty tight coverage near the sidelines.
Yeah, if you're usering against Andrew Luck in this Colts team, when he rolls out of the pocket, you need to be on a linebacker because you know a playmaker's coming in which you can run with the playmaker. Just sit and wait for it and make a play because that's what he's looking for.
Deep pass, 1-on-1 over the left side. One-handed catch. Oh, it's brought in at the 11-yard line. Oh, boy, what a throw from Andrew Luck, and what a catch. Oh, was that Grant on the left side once again? 5 catches in this game. Let's go full screen to this bad boy as the Colts. Bomber, if they get the ball in the end zone, the way the Oakland Raiders offense has moved, it sort of feels like the game's over.
Yeah, it really does. As Grant, 88 speed, getting over top of the defense. He just does such a great job. He really just is a player that just his attributes don't define him. He plays much better than that. I've watched him a couple games now. They might hit him here. Oh, no, it's not open in the back of the end zone.
Uh-oh, ball's out. And it's somehow picked up. How do you have 2 guys there?
Wait, how did that guy get us out? I got to see this. Okay, he's hit. It drops down. All right.
Yep.
Oh,
Just goes right through his hands.
He pulled the Houdini. He somehow just bumped them off the spot and said, "I'll take that." That's a high awareness wide lineman there. It's got to be 99. Wow.
The old okie doke as a handoff to James White for the New England Patriots goes nowhere. 2nd and 26 now as we're back to dual screen action. 2nd and 26 for Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. He's going to drop back to pass. Only a 3-man rush from the Raiders. They're not going to let anything behind them. Throws it to the side, picking up Eric Ebron, I believe, over on that right side of the 22-yard line. Maybe getting 3rd and 22 bomber. You got to think, though, with the Colts already up 8, just run the ball here, something easy, and kick your field goal and go up 2 scores.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, you're up 15-7. You have not played a good game. Turnovers have bit you in the butt a little bit. Is what made this game close. Is that's going to be? I don't know. Are we watching dual screens right now? They just threw that ball away inside the pocket. Yeah, just Chuck Thomas, not really aware of what's going on. Just can't turn it over here, Andrew Luck. Got to be smart with it. But they're going to go back to their gunslinger, see if he can get something down the field. Looking X.
In the pocket, looks over the middle of the field, has a man, almost caught. Nice throw by Luck. But it's going to be incomplete in Indianapolis. They're still going to have an opportunity with this field goal to go up by 2 scores. Should be a really big play, actually, in the scope of this game as Rex Burkhead getting a carry over the outside, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. 4th and 22. Patriots going to have to punt this one away. The kick is up. It is good. The Indianapolis Colts go up 18-7. Bomber, maybe a little underrated part. We've got 2 screens going on. There's a lot talked about. There's a lot going on. Appreciate everybody tuning into NBL Live 245. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber. But let's point out, there's 2:48 and counting in the 3rd quarter, and the New York Jets are beating the New England Patriots. They're going to have some good field position at the 45-yard line. The Jets have been the better team so far today, something I don't think a lot of people expected.
Yeah, I honestly look at both of these games, and I thought maybe the Colts-Raiders would be a little bit of a better game. I thought we'd get a little bit better action. And honestly, this Jets-Patriots game is turning into really just a juggernaut fight right now.
Coming out monster.
No adjustment from the Patriots.
Got to base the line. It's a handoff. Nice closing speed, though, from the outside. As Crowell is only going to pick up 1, going to bring up a 2nd and 9. As Derek Carr dropping back on 1st and 10, looks over the middle of the field. Ooh, what a throw there.
That's Jordy.
Has he only thrown the ball 8 times, and he's thrown 3 interceptions?
It hasn't looked good, and all been user picks. Shout out to the chat right now. Z-Star, Brad, Deca, Hound, and JB in the chat. Hound saying Jets grinding right now. He's absolutely right. The Jets are absolutely grinding right now. They might win this game.
Darnold almost sacked there. And user pick on the other side. And he's got some room. Going to be a block in the back, so it's not going to count as a touchdown. But another pick thrown from Derek Carr. 4 on the day, Bomber, we said in the pregame. Player to watch, Derek Carr. Key to this game, don't turn the ball over. And all Derek Carr has done is looked at us and thumbed his nose at us and gone, I can do whatever I want. I'm a strong, independent quarterback.
Yeah, you look at Derek Carr on this season, and you're just kind of disappointed in the numbers so far, but they were 3-4 coming into this game, kind of a must-win for this team, and they just come out and just lay an egg. I mean, this has not been a good performance from the Oakland Raiders, who are bottom of the AFC West at 3-4, so this was a really must-win for them. Derek Carr in the season, 9 touchdowns, 7 picks.
This was also an Oakland Raiders team that for about a quarter and a half, Bomber, we were impressed with how well the Raiders were. The first half really alone, but Derek Carr has 4 interceptions, 2 in the 2nd quarter where they had an opportunity to take the lead, and then 2 here in the 2nd half where they basically squandered away any opportunity. But we were for a while pretty impressed with how this Oakland Raiders team, especially their defense, was playing.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense was looking phenomenal. You got Bruce Irvin on the defensive side of the ball, Khalil Mack. You just have so much talent. Carl Joseph at safety. And this is the defense that really, coming into this game, they're 27th in points allowed.
Big sack there for the New York Jets as they get to Chuck Thomas once again around the edge. Boy, I don't know if Gubb knew what he was getting himself into. I think he came back and go, hey, congratulations, Gubb. You're getting the New England Patriots. You sound excited. But by the way, here's the list of players that aren't there anymore, and here's the talent that you do have.
It really seems like it this time. It's just not a team that you think it should be after one season, especially in the NBL with the trade rules we have. You're wondering where these guys went.
Patriots needing a 3rd and 5, only a minute 14 and counting in the 3rd quarter in that game. Whereas in the other game, 18-7, Colts up top, 3rd and 5. The Raiders need to stop here. They need this bad. And this is going to be an empty backfield. Andrew Luck dropping back to pass on 3rd and 5, stepping up, trying to throw. He's going to get hit as he throws, and they're going to be forced to punt it away. So, Bomber, maybe a light at the end of the tunnel for the Oakland Raiders, but they're going to need Derek Carr to be a whole lot better than he has been.
And if you look at this game and the way it's gone, it's 18-7 right now. The Oakland Raiders should be up. If they got anything from Derek Carr, this would be a one-score game without question, if not Oakland leading.
If not a one-score game with
now
Oakland
the
leading.
preface is we're down a couple scores. Can Derek Carr turn it on? I'm questioning how we got to that even rationale, because Derek Carr's the reason they're down 2 scores right now. He's just been pathetic.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders defense has done a fantastic job containing an Indianapolis Colts offense that is, I think, criminally underrated. This Colts team just not talked about a whole lot, but they're sitting there at 6-1, primed to go 7-1. First and 10 for Sam Darnold and the New York Jets. They've got a slim 10-9 lead nearing the end of the third quarter, as Darnold's got a little drag route wide open, little wide receiver drive right there, completing it down to the 37-yard line. Darnold 7-13, 132 yards, 1 touchdown. But Bomber, the most important stat, no interceptions for the young quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that's a great feat for a second-year player. No sophomore slump for Sam Darnold right now. He's playing pretty phenomenal for this team. I mean, they're sitting right there at 4-3. Patriots are 1-6. This is a must-win for the Patriots, even though if they lose this game, they're still not out of that division, because we know that division could go a 7-9 or an 8-8. But right now, this would be a big win for the Jets.
I think that was Robbie Anderson with the catch. Haven't talked
Yeah,
about
another
Anderson.
big catch. Yep.
3 catches, 77 yards for Anderson. The Jets driving as they're nearing the end of the third quarter. They should probably get there before this next play goes up. So they go to the fourth quarter. Good field position at the 41-yard line, Bomber. But not a lot of scoring in this game. Been a very defensive battle. Lots of sacks both ways. How important is it for the New York Jets to put any sort of points on the board on this drive as they get into the fourth quarter?
It's a nice cushion. Even so, we've seen Gov been able to come down and turn it on at the end of games and score and get a 2-point conversion. You don't want to settle for 3 here. I want to see if my young quarterback, number 14, Sam Darnold, can get in the end zone here and drive this team down the field.
Isaiah Crowell, he has 8 carries for -1 yards. Would you maybe be looking at not running the ball anymore?
I definitely start considering it. I mean, the negative
Just
yards
saying.
on that many attempts, it's not looking good. 2nd and 9 here for the New York Jets. Expect a pass play here from this team as they're going to try to drive the ball down there and at least get into some kind of field goal range. I think they have the wind against them right now.
Big 4th down for the Oakland Raiders. 4th and 3. They're going for it from their own 19-yard line. They need something good to happen. 4:52 to go in that game. Derek Carr dropping back, steps to the left, steps back to the right, and takes a sack right at the middle. Boy, you got to throw the ball at some point. At the end of the day, that was a good 5 seconds in the pocket, Bomber, and Derek Carr just doesn't get rid of it, and the Indianapolis Colts look well on their way to victory.
Yeah, here's the issue. You look at the Oakland Raiders team, and Derek Carr is just so flustered by the user in the middle of the field. He has 3 routes going to the user, and they're all taking forever to get across the user's face. Got to do a better job of changing and making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Maybe some audibles pre-snap to get him away from that.
Maybe just don't run the ball anymore, New York. That's all I'm saying.
9
32.
carries, -3 yards for the Crow. Right there, just a little toss play. And if I'm going to run the ball issue with this little success, it's going to be downhill running. Nothing east and west trying to get outside, because that hasn't been working.
4th and 4. 52-yard field goal attempt for the New York Jets. Up and good. Right down the middle. They extend their lead 13-9. Indianapolis. They're on the 11-yard lines. We got dual screen action here on the NBL Live Super Show broadcast 245. If you love it, make sure you hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live here on twitch.tv/NBL Network. We got tons of broadcasts coming up, mostly because I ain't got nowhere to go anymore, Bomber. I'm done. I'm at home, and we're going to be running super shows for the next couple of weeks. You got a little vacay planned. You looking forward to that?
Absolutely, man. Going to New York. I'll go see a Knicks game courtesy of OSU and Z-Star. Man, shout out to you guys. I'm going to be living my best life. Excited for it, man. Really happy times, man. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, brother. You're going to have a lot of fun in NYC, the Big Apple. Look out, because Z-Star, I think he's somewhere around there, and he might, he lurks around Times Square looking for
We'll never see him. Hey, man, my vision is I'm sitting 6'4".
That's true.
6'5". You know, he's
if a
on the other
child
end, he's
bumps into your
4'11".
leg, it might be Z-Star.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know. And it might
If
be
he was a
Soldier Wall.
WWE superstar, he would be,
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. Yeah,
We knew.
exactly.
We all knew where it was going. I think we all saw that.
Absolutely.
Kick is up and good. Oakland still down only 2 scores. As it's a 2nd and 13. Quick throw to the flat for the New England Patriots. And they'll pick up a couple there as as it looked like that was Jenkins who went out, the linebacker. He's not going to be able to return to the game.
That's kind of a big loss right now, but at this point, you need other players to step up. That's just what it comes down to. Fourth quarter, It's time to grind. You just need other players to step up. It doesn't matter who goes down right now. It's got to be a team effort here to get it going.
As on 3rd and 2, James White's going to get the carry, and he's going to pick up the first down. And Bomber, I've been impressed. We said the New England Patriots, they're not this ground and pound team, but they have actually been able to effectively run the ball today. And it's even though there aren't a ton of points on the board, even though there aren't a ton of yards, just DeAndre Washington with a nasty little spin move for the Oakland Raiders. Even though there aren't a ton of yards and points on the board, it hasn't been flashy. It's been impressive because it's kept the New York Jets from really guessing too hard that it's going to be an air attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, it has been kind of a grinder game, but it's been fun to watch. Until then.
So right that moment, as Wake with the sack there. Oakland is moving the ball. They're on the other side of the 50. Is it too little, too late?
I think it is, but at the same time, like I said, when it was 18-7, I was thinking to myself, they kick this field goal, it's 21-7. It's just a 2-score game. The only problem is Oakland has showed us nothing that makes us believe they can score 2 times in a row, especially with Derek Carr, but he's moving the ball right now, 2nd and 9. Don't give up on him just yet. They need a big play. This is Amari Cooper time. He needs to come out and ball out. He just got that big contract extension. We need to see it.
Almost a pick thrown by Thomas. 11 of 22, 121 yards. No touchdowns, no picks for Chuck Thomas. Toss play over to the left side, and this is where the Raiders have been really good. It's DeAndre Washington once again, and Bomber, the Derek Carr has been awful as Amari Cooper goes down away from the ball. That could be a big loss. Derek Carr has been, well, frankly, pitiful, but DeAndre Washington and this offensive line has done a great job running the ball and finding a way to get some yardage.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at this team right now, and you're thinking, what can we do better? Defensively, they've been great, but offensively, not so much. But yeah, you're getting Washington involved. But right now, when you get Washington involved, the cost of that is the clock keeps moving, and that's what's kind of working against them right now. They're running out of time.
Big sack there by Dunlap coming around the outside. Bomber in the other game, as we're going to stick with dual screen because these two games, neither of them over, and they've almost matched back up. The New England Patriots were forced to punt the ball once again. The Jets, a huge opportunity to put this one away, but the New England Patriots are going to be ready for this rushing attack that has been non-existent. Isaiah Crowell doesn't even have a positive amount of yards. He's going to get the carry over the left side, and he's going to get absolutely nothing. 10 carries, negative 2 yards for the Crow.
All right, here's my worry right now with the New York Jets. 2:33 left, 2nd and 9. This is a team that's not usually in these situations. This is a big-time game for them. They know new ownership in New England has the pedigree of winning. I think they get a little nervous here, don't drive the ball down the field, and they just end up punting it back, and New England takes it for the victory. Hey, I'm not Nostradamus here, but that's how I'm predicting it.
2nd and 9 shotgun formation as a quick throw over to the left side or to the right side for Derek Carr. Sam Darnold stepping up on 2nd 9. He's going to roll. Try to pick up something with his feet. He'll get taken down. Only a 1-yard gain, but that's going to get him to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 9, Bomber. If you are the New York Jets, you have a 4-point lead. What is your play call here? Do you run the ball and force Oakland to use one of their timeouts? Do you try to pick up this first down and try to put the game away? What are you looking for?
I'm trying to put the game away. I'm trying to move the ball down the field and keep the ball in my offense's hands. Now, what the New York Jets will do here, I don't know. Like I said, I think they're going to get a little nervous here. You got a younger quarterback in his sophomore season, Sam Darnold. I don't know what's going to happen. Robbie Anderson's one-on-one on the left side. This is looking like cover 3.
As a little throw, but it's an incomplete pass. Deep throw for Derek Carr. That one is picked off, and that's going to seal it, Bomber. Derek Carr, I believe, he'll finish with 8 completions to his own team, 5 to the other team. Not good.
Not good at all. Especially the completions that he had to his team didn't amount to much. And those interceptions, obviously, changes the possession. And as I said, the Patriots are getting the ball back here with a $1.47. How great is Gubb on NBL Live? I mean, some of the most craziest games that we've ever seen on NBL Live.
It doesn't matter if he wins or loses. It's going to be a great game.
It's just a great game. We saw him versus Sonny when he had that miracle catch, after Sonny had a great drive down the field.
Williams with the catch.
So many crazy plays. He had one against the Detroit Lions where he threw play action max protect against cover 2 man, double coverage, caught it, scored, had a comeback rally. I mean, he's just done so many things. I couldn't bet against him right now. I think the Patriots go down to score and win this game.
We're going to stay full screen with this game till the end. As a quick throw from Chuck Thomas, he'll pick up the first down over the 46-yard line, minute 40 and counting. Plenty of time for Gubb and this New England Patriots team as Philip Dorsett only his 2nd catch on the day, Bomber. This is just a totally different looking New England team. Not a whole lot of weapons offensively.
Absolutely not. Corey Davis is right there. He's not in right now. He's out. He's injured. 83's Dwayne Allen over there. Just not much on the field here for the Patriots.
Great job there by Chuck Thomas just getting rid of that ball. As the Indianapolis-Oakland game is going final 21-7, the final in that one. Big win for the Colts as they continue with this. They go to, what, 7-1 on the year, Bomber?
Yeah, they're going to improve to 7-1, and this is a team that's kind of rocking and rolling right now. They just beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're trying to take this division. Not only are they building the franchise Indianapolis Colts, they want to be the AFC South division champions in NBL season 34. Last year, the Lip won it with the Jaguars. Hey, they're 6-1, Jaguars 5-3, and they got a victory over the Jags so far, so they're feeling good about it.
Goes down for the Patriots. That could be a big loss because he is a weapon. 4 catches, 30 yards for James White. It's going to be Rex Burkhead handling the duties, I guess, from here on out as he comes out right hip of Chuck Thomas. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side for Thomas. A big 3rd and 2, a minute 17 to go in this game. Chuck Thomas drops back. Oh, man, the seam was open for just a second, but he waits, finds the crosser. It is complete inside the 30 to 28-yard line. Bomber, is there magic in New England?
Absolutely is. Gub's in town. You didn't see the reaction the fan base had when old ownership left. They were standing up applauding the incoming owner, the NBL Super Bowl champion ownership group of Gub. He brings in a pedigree of winning, and right now, this is where he does it. 28-yard line, 58 seconds, 2 timeouts. They only got 9 points. They might double their score right now. They might score and go for 2. For some reason, I don't know.
I think
they could easily put 7 on the board right now. Only 9 in nearly 4 quarters. They might put a touchdown in right now and win this game.
A lot of time. Only a 3-man rush from the Jets. Oh, that was a dangerous throw, Bomber. As Millhouse
Good take out and ran.
I would have liked to see him just run that one up the middle and take what he could get. Instead, 43 seconds left. Patriots have 2 timeouts remaining, but they need a touchdown from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it's big time plays here. You should have ran, taken the yards. You were doing great in the pocket. They were in a contain with the 3-man rush. You're sitting there moving left, moving right. Just take off and run up the field. The entire offense had moved to the left side of the field. You could have probably picked up 10-plus yards.
2nd and 10. It is Chuck Thomas dropping back. 4-man rush from the Jets. Throws over the middle. High pass. Batted away. Lucky that's not intercepted. It's going to bring up another 3rd down. Another opportunity for these New York Jets secondary to lock down these New England wide receivers. Bomber, it's not Gronk. It's not maybe the most talented group, but the Jets have done a great job defensively.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job so far at holding this New England Patriot team to just 9. Now, can they close out the deal, though? Can they close it out right now and win this game?
As it is a 3rd and 10. It's going to be Chuck Thomas in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right side. He's got the tight end on the right side of that formation. On 3rd down, he's going to flip the play, putting the tight end on the left and 2 wide receivers over on the right side. Play clock down to 7 seconds and counting as Chuck Thomas needs a 1st down, dropping back to pass. Blitz up the middle. It's a cover 0. Looks over to the left side, and the timing was off, and it's picked off by the Jets.
Gosh.
Robinson was a little Nike check comeback route. Bomber, it was thrown too early, and that's an easy pick going the other way. It might have been the dagger route. I guess there weren't any hot routes there. It was just thrown way too early.
Yeah,
as
he
pressure
flipped the play. That was thrown way too early. Rookie quarterback makes a rookie mistake, and the New York Jets look like they've just defeated the New England Patriots on the road.
Wow, what a play for the New York Jets. 26 seconds and counting, and they're going to get out of this game with a win. And that, I mean, again, we know a lot of this was based on the ownership coming in, less on the teams themselves, but what an impressive game for the New York Jets as they are going to walk away with a victory here on the road and keep their hold atop the AFC East. I don't think anybody thought they'd be saying that one as this one is over. The Jets will go to 5-3 on the season. The Patriots will drop to 1-7. A very defensive battle, but a very entertaining game as what a play on that final drive. Chuck Thomas only made 1 mistake the entire game. And it's the one that ends the game for him. Just a little early on the throw. And at the end of the day, it's a game of inches. Only 125 passing yards for the New York Jets, 134 for the Patriots. Patriots outrushing the Jets 50-12, but it all came down to a big play made by a Jets defense that was playing fantastically all day long. And they're going to walk away with a victory. And in the other game, the Indianapolis Colts really just exacting a ton of pressure on Derek Carr. Derek Carr just folded under the bright lights. It was tough to get anything going. 5 interceptions for a guy with all the talent in the world, but the talk was the user defense by AA and this Indianapolis Colts team as they are continuing to see if they can win this division. They're going to move to 7-1, 2-game lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston Texans, another game back, sitting there at 4-4. Whereas the Oakland Raiders, they do go to the bottom of the AFC West as they will drop to 3-5 on the season. Be interesting to watch that AFC West race. That one's coming down to the wires. We appreciate everybody who tuned in to the NBL Live Super Show. A fantastic broadcast tonight. We hope you will have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy football tomorrow, Football Sunday. Make sure you follow us here on Twitch. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. And follow us on Twitter at Bomber League. That's where we announce all of our games. Bomber, a final bow on what was a fantastic NBL Live Super Show.
Yeah, it was a great Super Show. I mean, we thought about staggering the games when they come out. We really just don't need to. Everybody plays kind of at their own pace, and it staggered it for us. It was just a great finish. And what worked out even more beautifully is the fact the game that actually came down to the final seconds was the final game for us. It lasted the longest, so that was a pretty good showing. I enjoyed broadcast number 145, 245. Wow.
Oh, settle down. We're well past 145.
Wow, 245. It's only getting better. Excited about it.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Bomber League, at NBL Network. Hit that follow button here on Twitch so you know each and every time we go live. We're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. For my co-host, Bomber, I am OSU. Once again, thanks for tuning in to the NBL Live Super Show and broadcast 245. We will see you next time right here on NBL Live.